Hello guys, so today in this video we're going to be going through and teaching you all how to use Tennessee Civil War, the interactive Tennessee Civil War map, or also known as the GIS project, made by the Tennessee State Library and Archives. Now, first we're just going to start off with, as soon as you open the website, you're going to have the map over here. It's going to have all these red and blue dots. We'll get into that in a minute. Next we have some search areas and some search columns. And we have these buttons up here. We have the logo up here. The first thing we're going to kind of start with is just the map itself, how to interact with the map. So, basically, I'm going to start off with 2 fingers on the mouse pad to zoom. You can also go up here. You can also click, well, this plus and minus button right here. You can also select this button right here, and you can actually create a box. So create a box, drag a box, and it will zoom into that area. Super awesome. Next we have, if we're zoomed down here, this little earth button will take you back up, obviously pretty high, back to this right here. This is just how you move around. You can move around with the regular mouse too, but you can also do this as well. I don't see much need for it, but, you know. Identify. This button is really helpful. And what this button actually does is, if you want to look at a specific Civil War battle, so let's look at White County on February 1st, 1864. So we're going to press, and it's just kind of engagements, and so it gives you where to go to look at this. Date, site, county, 1860 county. So, super helpful. Yeah, here we have layers. So that is a lot of stuff we'll get into in a minute. Now we're going to zoom back out here, and we are actually going to work with these buttons up here. So whenever you open up the map, whenever you first open up the website, it's going to be automatically open to Street Map. Right here, that button. Now, Street Map can be difficult sometimes to kind of identify where you are. So I actually personally like to use aerial photographs, and these help a lot. So let's zoom down here to Nashville. There was a ton of stuff going on here. There's Cumberland River, Titan Stadium. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff around the Tennessee Capitol because the landscaping on Tennessee Capitol wasn't finished till after the Civil War, because whenever Nashville was taken over by the Union, they used Capitol Hill as a bunker and fortified it. Now, let's zoom back out. So, again, super helpful. I'm actually going to take it off aerial photographs, and we're going to put it back on Street Map. We're going to head over to Spring Hill here, where the Battle of Spring Hill happened. Also kind of known for Rippavilla. Known for Rippavilla. You know, a few other ones here and there. But Spring Hill was a little bit of a hot spot. Now, here we're actually going to put to use the Show Property Line button. So this button, actually, you can use to look at the property lines. This is super helpful if you're trying to get a permission. This kind of shows you where the property lines are. Well, it does show you where the property lines are. There is a website that can tell you who owns them. That's going to be in a future video. But it shows the property line, shows like the parcel number. Super helpful. Again, you can put it in the aerial photographs here for the property lines too. So that's really helpful too. So this is a really helpful website. And believe it or not, we are just getting started. The Show Land Use button it can be a little iffy sometimes. Let's see if it'll work here. And it did work. So, this actually kind of shows how land was used. So, of course, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail of this, but wow. Guys, it just all showed up. But, so yeah, it's just going to kind of show how land was used. I'll go in a little bit more of this into a minute. So let's go into how they use land use. Okay, everybody, so we're back. So I said I was going to go into a little bit of land use, and so this is actually kind of simple. You could just go to the layers button, and now it shows you all the codes for the land use. So we have yellow, which is single family residence, less than 5 acres. And then we have and then this kind of tannish color is single family residence greater than 5 acres. Now, the kind of orangey stuff, like right over here, kind of right over here, is duplex, so multiple houses. Orange is multifamily. Over here, these are all mobile homes. We don't have over here any mobile home parks, which means 5 or more mobile homes. So I mean, obviously we have a lot here. White means vacant. So there's a lot. I'm not gonna go through every single one. Pink means like office. I'm not gonna go into every single one, but then again, super helpful if you're trying to get a permission. This really helps a lot. Next, we're actually gonna go to how do you search for stuff. Let's go. So this search bar can be a little confusing, and so I'm gonna kind of go into it a little bit. So county data. So let's see. Let's go to Franklin County or Giles County. Let's go to Giles County. Random county. Giles County. Okay. So it's going to give me that county. It's going to give me a lot of, so it's going to give me every single, so every single battle that happened throughout here. Super helpful as well if you're trying to study a specific county, like Giles County or Davidson County or something like that. Now, if we were to do Giles County, and then so we can do a battle, so let's do Athens. It's going to take us straight to that battle. Again, super helpful. Again, this is in East Tennessee. But, again, super helpful. And then, let's go to a battlefield. Let's go to Fort Donelson. Boom, we're there. So this is everything in the vicinity of Fort Donelson. So this is the entire battlefield here. Obviously, you're not going to be metal detecting here. This is a historical site. I mean, I don't know if they let people metal detect or not. I'm assuming not. It's a park. So I'm assuming not. But either way, super helpful as well. Zoom to African American site. So fortifications. So let's take here. So these fortifications were built by African Americans, which were actually a huge help, believe it or not, to the Confederates and the Union in the Civil War. Which is wild because the Civil War wasn't only about slaves, it was about a lot more things. Now, let's go ahead and go to Franklin. I'm going to show you a few more things there. Alright, so we have made it to Franklin now. This is, obviously a lot of stuff happened here. Obviously, you have the Carlton plantation here. This is a very big area in Civil War-wise. See a lot around the public square. That's pretty much where all of them were. So, obviously it has the dots marking each battle. Again, super helpful. And we can actually... so here we go. So, Civil War event. So, non-public, public. So, basically red means non-public. And then blue means public. And then the little blue squares mean historical markers. So, there are a ton of historical markers in that park in Nashville. So, here's like the path divided. So, let's see. I don't see. There's one. So, Again, super helpful. You have the Civil War Trail markers. So these are all part of the Tennessee Civil War Trail. Just super, super interesting. I still need to go do that. There are some amazing, amazing places on there. So now African American sites. So it's going to show like military and then civilian. So that was a civilian African American site right there. I don't know exactly what happened there, but we could actually find out probably by using our identify button. So it was a camp, contraband camp. A Union encampment created by SS Boyd for his son. Contraband sighted. Wow, so that's really cool. So again, just proving how great of a site this is to use if you're trying to find a place. So again, it has battlefields marked right here. Actual battlefields marked in orange. So those aren't property lines. Those are battlefield markers or battlefield proximities, I guess you could say. So obviously, Franklin's I think so most of the time known for Carnton and the Battle of Franklin, which all these were pretty much about Franklin. But the Carter House, and there was a lot more to the Battle of Franklin than it looks. So again, super helpful website. And yeah, I mean, this is one of the greatest websites for if you're trying to get into Civil War, or if you're trying to get into Civil War metal detecting, trying to get to your first battlefield, or just want to know where the battlefields were, or want to go metal detect battlefields, go excavate battlefields. I mean, it's really perfect. I mean, this is probably one of the greatest websites, and I don't know how many people actually know about this. Obviously, I don't know if I said this, you can turn off if these show up or not. So, super, super helpful. But then again, this is a great website that I don't know if a lot of people know about. It is a super, super great resource to research and other things. So, thanks for watching. This is a little bit of a different video, but I'm going to do probably a few more like this for different websites. Yeah, thanks for watching. Go try this out for yourself. See y'all.